Hello again, it's me, and it's your favourite Silurian, and I just received something in the post the other day, and I thought I'd open it on camera and give some thoughts about it. So this is take 3 of showcasing what I got in the post, my Doctor Who collection box sets. I think I might as well get it. I don't know what the reason was for the sale. Oh, I've got dinner. Starting with season 8. What a brilliant season start. I thought, it's 30 quid. I've got to get this one. It's too good to be true. Delgado's first season, Manning's first season, Pertwee's second season, which I think it's toned down a lot more from the first. First one feels very epic. They're all, well, 3 of them are 7-parters, and it's like the world's ending. These ones aren't so much that insane. They're just really good stories. You get Pertwee going off world for the first time, even though it's in colony in space, one that I don't really like. But here's the artwork. I think everyone's probably already seen it, but Lee Binding, everyone's already said it. His artwork is brilliant. I mean, look at that. That's reason enough to buy these, really, isn't it? Just because they look so good. Here's the back. Stories. Yeah, consistency is so good in the Pertwee era. 5 stories, 4 of them are just, I think, brilliant. Just great stories. Colony in Space, I haven't come around on that yet, but maybe when I next watch it on here, I think I'll appreciate it more, maybe. So if I look inside, try and be as gentle as possible. Don't remember that bit in any Doctor Who episode in the 70s. Oh, flipping! I need 2 hands for this. Well, got a booklet. I've looked through it already and then I talked about it, but I realised I hadn't pressed record. But basically the booklet just goes through what's new on all the discs and all the behind the scenes stuff and all the extras, so that's good to have, obviously. Only just noticed that though, the Master Mask for the first time. I didn't see that the first time. That is quite a fun little nod. First disc is actually behind there. I can move this. And it is Terror of the Autons. I mean, the effort they've put into these discs, the design is just fantastic. Especially the Claws of Axos one. There's a bit of an orangey theme on this box set and I really like it. That looks ridiculous. I guess it's just funny, that guy. Like, his head is just ridiculously big compared to the rest of him. Such a terrible character, in my opinion. But yeah, and that's Bok, I think he's called, and he's a great character, so all is forgiven from Colony in Space. Final disc for the Demons, Hazal. I don't know if they've changed the effect on that, I'm not sure they have. I mean, it never looked very convincing, but I can get past it. I mean, I like the bad effects anyway. And then there's a bonus disc, loads of behind the scenes stuff and extras and stuff from nowadays. So yeah, that's my first box set. And for my second box set, we've taken a big leap and we've now moved up to the 1980s with Colin Baker. I don't know what the general idea is on this season, but I think what a great season of Doctor Who, because Time Lash isn't in it. That it really helps this season out a lot. Not Time Lash, Twin Dilemma. It does have Time Lash, and that is terrible. But because the Twin Dilemma isn't in it, it helps, because that is just bad for Colin's character. I know people don't really like his Doctor, even if they haven't even seen any of it. But I think he's such a good Doctor. Even his costume is just great. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. It's just so 80s, but stupid in a camp way. But I love that. And yeah, this is such a good season of Doctor Who. Also, this was the cheapest one, but that doesn't matter. It does. It was like 25 quid, I think, and artwork is probably my favourite on this one. It's got some of my favourite stories. It's got loads of stories. That's 6 stories. There's only one that I don't like, and that is, if it'll focus, no, that is Time Lash. Because that is just rubbish and really boring. But the rest are all really good. Attack of the Cybermen, Colin's first story where he's properly is Doctor Who. I don't really think he is in the first one. Vengeance on Varos is his best. Mark of the Rani, love the location and all that stuff. And the Rani's actually good in that before she goes downhill. Two Doctors, it's just a load of BS, but I love it. Sometimes it looks stupid, but I love their design. Revelation of the Daleks, really dark, and that's why I love that one. So yeah, there's quite a lot more to this one. Extended versions of Vengeance on Varos, Two Doctors, Revelation Dies. Okay. The behind the sofa is always fun to watch. I've seen some clips online before. Updated effects on time lash, that might really help it, although it's quite boring anyway. Behind the scenes, all looks good to me. Yeah, time lash, I want to see time lash again. I don't know if anyone's ever said that, but yeah. Let me look at this. Oh, you got a little nod to Attack of the Cybermen when he gets the chameleon circuit working for a bit, and then it never works again, ever. Oh. Yeah, so they all got a bit of a theme on them, don't they, these collection box sets. This one's a bit more bluey, spacey, purpley, and I like that. They stick with it. So yeah, these discs again, they just look so good. Attack of the Cybermen first. Colin looks a bit like he shit himself in that, but I hope he hasn't. Vengeance on Varos, when you see it without the jacket, and it looks even more ridiculous. You didn't think it could, but it does. Syl, my dad hates Syl because he rips off Jabba the Hutt and he's a bit stupid, but I really like Syl. I think he's refreshing to see. Anthony Ainley, he's a bit weird in these ones, or in this one. His character is just so stupid, but I like Anthony Ainley. Two Doctors one, and that's a great disc. I mean, my two favourite people in Doctor Who ever. That's great. Ooh, time lash. I always did like that design. I always like that. And Revelation of the Daleks. Great stuff. I love this season. Probably the one I'll watch first, to be honest. Right, so my third and final collection box set that came is the final season of classic Doctor Who. My dad is a person who shaped my love for Doctor Who, and he shaped a few of my opinions, I guess, because I was raised to not like the McCoy era, because that's the era when he stopped watching it as a kid, because he didn't like John Nathan Turner and all that stuff. He called it off when the Dalek flew up the stairs in Remembrance, but as I've started to watch it, I've got opinions of my own, and yeah, I think Sylvester McCoy era is great. It's a really good run. I like how this seasons only have 4 stories in them. Allows them to be more consistent, I guess. Because some of the episodes, when they were just 2, like 1 hour or 45-minute things, some of the writers didn't understand how to write for that. The Doctor would be stuck in the TARDIS for like almost the whole first episode, and he would only land at the end of it. So yeah, they changed that. A lot of 3-parters and things, and yeah, it's just a great era now. When I get to it, I'll talk more on my DVD collection, but yeah, another great cover. I love the brown jacket. It's a lot darker this season. I think that's why people love it. Battlefield, last appearance of the brig, and it's a great story again. It just feels really fun, but also good. There's a lot of good action in it as well, actually. Although I know Ace, Sophie Aldred, was almost in a lot of trouble with the water scene, the cliffhanger in I think episode 1 or 2. Ghostlight, I don't know what is going on, so I need to watch that again. Probably I need to watch that about 10 times, and then maybe I'll get a brief idea of what is actually happening. Curse of Fenric, used to love it, watched it recently, didn't love it so much, so I can't really give an opinion. Need to watch it a third time. But I love the villains in it, and I love the setting in World War II. Might be the only story in World War II in the classic era. And then Survival, which I just think is fantastic. Yeah, yet again, on these 80s box sets, there's a lot more going on here, I guess because a lot of the people are still alive and can talk about it and things. Extended VHS versions of Battlefield and Curse of Fenric. Oh my god, they've extended work print of Ghostlight, as if it wasn't confusing enough. Oh my, that's a lot of stuff, and I'll work through it soon. Alright, let's get in here. Seems to be a thing with the TARDIS on this bit, which is pretty cool. Oh, am I getting better at this one-handed? I don't think I am. Yes, I am. I really am. Right, let's flip it back to the front. This one's only 7 discs, the other 2 are both 8, but this one's only got 4 stories. Another booklet, cool booklet. That looks really weird. I didn't actually need to take that out. Battlefield, these discs, wow, these are pretty kooky. Battlefield again, for a 4-parter, 2 discs. Ghostlight, yeah, that is just mental. I need to watch it again because I didn't really get it. Curse of Femric, very creepy story, very, very creepy. And then Survival and a bonus disc. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I know season 25 just came out as well, so Sylvester is the first Doctor to have all his box sets, all his stories on box sets, so that's good. Keep it moving, and I'm going to talk a bit more about what I think will come next, although I'm not an expert, so don't hold me to anything I say. Okay, so I wanted to talk about what will come next. Yeah, so they've done a lot of the 80s now. I think only 80s season that isn't complete is season 21, Davison's final season. As I said, includes Twin Dilemma, so yeah, that hinders that season, but everyone's talking they want to get the 60s on box sets, but I don't know if it's the best idea because a lot of them haven't been animated, or they're all recons and things as animations are coming out, so I don't know if they're holding off until they've got more stories animated. I know season 2 is the only one that has been released, but that only has 1 story with recon, and that's the Crusade, I believe, which half of it exists. So yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to approach this, but even if they did release a season which had a lot of missing episodes, I'm not sure people would want to pick it up, because yeah, animations probably will get released over the next 5 or 10 years or whatever, because they've been coming out pretty quickly. Even when we think the funding's all cut and whatever, then some other studio comes in and makes it. So yeah, season 7 is one that I really want. I think everyone wants that. It's the best season of Doctor Who ever. But apparently a lot of the stories still need a lot of work done. I've been reading about restoration work, so that might not even be next. Season 13 is one that people will go bonkers for when that comes out. I probably would get that as not a standard edition. I'd shed out the money for that one. But yeah, and they released a hint for the next season. It's just like some colours, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pretend like I have any idea what they mean. Some people are trying to guess what it is, obviously, but I don't think you really can. It could be anything. People think season 7 maybe, but I'm not sure. I think the next one will be a 60s one, maybe Troughton's first season, because I think most of them have been animated now. It's just the Highlanders that hasn't. So yeah, that could actually work. Second season, not sure.